Let's see. Question for Joe. We produced this article a few years ago, September 10th, 2020. Can you spot a deep fake, Joe? Excuse me, Mr. B.
Either or.
So a few years ago, Microsoft Video Authenticator came out. It's a tool that can assess the likelihood that a video is fake. And so just in case you've been under a rock, deepfakes are fake videos and media created by AI. These videos superimpose a person's face onto another person's body or create a completely fake video of a person from scratch. Deepfakes have extended to audio and the ability to create statements using a person's voice. So we've seen all along former President Obama.
Yes.
There's that video that with from years ago. We won't go into that. So I don't want to get banned. But you go to the website, thispersondoesnotexist.com. You click on it. Now, each time I refresh, there's a different computer generated image. Guess what? These people don't exist. These are all artificial intelligence.
Wow. That's what people have been managing to do, man. They've managed to do that to scam people and do other nonsense. This deepfake thing has gotten crazy. This deepfake thing, it's been funny in some cases, but it's gotten real scary, real creepy. We're talking about people managing to work their way into taking your identity and doing a whole lot of weirdness. Yeah, you know, we're using deepfakes to catfish people. We're using deepfakes. Yo, people have managed to use deepfakes for adult content, man.
Yeah.
It's getting out of hand.
Are you seeing
It's
all
getting
these
out of
images?
hand. It's getting out of hand.
You seeing all these different images?
Yeah. And all you need to do is just take a little bit of somebody's face. Boom.
Okay.
And some of them, they blend them really well. Some of them you could look and see, and some of them, they blend well. It's sick. It's crazy.
Can you, Joe? This is usually where we would ask the question to Tony. I can't see the comments right now. A deepfake quiz. Can you spot one? So while this quiz is aimed at the folks in America, anyone can take this test. So Microsoft made this quiz available. And I'm gonna go to
Carmen's talking about the Tom Cruise deepfakes.
yes.
I've seen a couple of those, yeah.
Okay, spotting deepfakes. Are you able to see the screen?
For me?
Yes.
I'm right here. Yep. Spotting
Okay.
deepfakes isn't as easy as you might think.
Okay. So what if I told you the first manned mission to the moon ended in a disaster instead of success? What if President Nixon himself told you? Would you believe it? I'm confused if this is real. We're going to start right here. What is a deep fake? We've already gone through that. It's a photo, it's a video, it's an audio track. Where else do you think you've seen deep fakes before? Check all that apply. Movies, voice assistants, social media. I don't think I've ever seen it. Great job. Actually, all these answers are deepfakes. Deepfake technologies enabled important advances in artistic expression, filmmaking, which is a huge problem, which is a part of the reason why there's a strike going on,
Yep.
education, accessibility, and even historical or forensic recreation. However, as we see it, this technology can be used to mislead, misinform, or cause harm.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, deepfakes can come in many forms. What forms can they take? Photo, video, audio, or all the above?
From what we've seen nowadays, I think it's like all the above. Because don't they have
Right.
AI deepfakes now?
Right, correct. It's all
Yeah.
the above. What are the terms? They're specifically created to using artificial intelligence. So, however, we may heard the term cheap fake, shallow fake to describe other types of manipulation. Which of the following examples are cheap fakes? Slowing down a video, enhancing a color, replacing audio, editing out an important section of the video.
A cheap fake?
A cheap fake.
I say enhancing color. Um, Slowing down the video, probably. Probably editing out the important section of a video. I would consider that.
Okay.
Oh,
Cheap fake is relatively new, but editing photos, videos, and audio is not. It's probably just showing a certain part
what?
of a specific video. Do you think you can spot a deep fake? Which one is real and which one is the deep fake? Photo A or photo B?
Let
Photo
me see.
A
A.
or photo B? A or B?
Damn, that's tough. I'm gonna take A. I think A. What do you think?
I'm going to say A because I can see this is a little warped right here. I'm going to go for A. Correct.
There you go.
Are you up for the challenge? Don't be discouraged if this is hard.
Better character development, I think. I think it's good for that. Helps to take the storyline to the next day as well. So it's good for writers. It's probably
Or B.
better character development, I think. I think it's good for that. Helps to take the storyline to the next day as well. So it's good for writers. Probably.
I wouldn't even know which one to choose.
Play the first one again.
Better character development, I think. I think it's good for that. Helps to take the storyline to the next day as well. So it's good for writers. Probably.
Play B now.
Better character development, I think. I think it's good for that. Helps to take the storyline to the next day as well. So it's good for writers. Probably.
That's crazy. But I think B. I might be wrong.
B is real or A is real?
B is real.
Well done. You know, it's
the way it looks. It's tough. It's tough,
It
but
is
it's the way the
tough.
video looks.
It is
It's the way
tough.
the video looks.
We'll do
The way to tell that one.
I'm urging all Labour members.
If you watch video games enough. Oh, it was A. I mean, B was real. B was
B
real,
was
Carmen.
real.
supporters to consider people before privilege and back Boris Johnson to continue as our Prime Minister, a Prime Minister that works for the many and not the few.
That was okay. I'm gonna say video A because Not quite. Oh, not this guy, Boris Johnson.
Just been to see Her Majesty the Queen earlier on, and she agreed to dissolve Parliament for an election. And I want you to know, of course, that I don't want an early election. No one much wants to have an election in December, but we've got to the stage where we have no choice.
I think that's real.
Nicely done. So is trust enough? Imagine a person who stays up to date on current events through news sources they trust. What can they do to minimize the negative impact of deepfakes? Do we even trust the news anymore?
We don't trust the news no more because we already understand that the news will perpetuate a narrative to have people still running amok and causing mayhem. You know what I mean? We've seen it. We've seen it. We've seen people leave these news stations or whatever, whatnot. We get our information just by looking and researching ourselves, man.
So what can they do to minimize negative impact of deepfakes? Only believe stories that come from sources they trust. Don't share or watch shared videos on social media. I think we might be onto something there in number 2.
Yeah.
Don't believe any news that comes from a biased source.
That's very true.
Think about the broader context of media they see. Which one would you choose? I'm going to go with A. Are you okay with A, or you're not sure? I'll go out on a limb. Or do we go with D? Think about the broader context of media they see.
I think it probably come from either A or C. The first one or the third one.
Okay, we'll go for C. It says not exactly. Advances in technology have made deepfakes very hard to identify. Relying on trusted news sources is a great start, but don't forget to apply your own critical thinking.
Yeah, does this
look right? Reasonable doubt.
There you go.
Imagine you come across a photo or a video and you've never seen before. What cues should prompt you to think more critically about the context of the photo and video? You experience a strong emotional response or gut reaction, outrage or extreme validation. You notice words or actions inconsistent with what you know of a person or organization, or overall things seem too good, too bad, or too outlandish to be true. What do you say, Mr. B? I can't see anyone's comments, so I will read the comments right after this. Any take on it?
Mm-hmm. Let me read this real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Experience is strong. Imagine you came across a photo that you have never seen before.
So
what cues should prompt you to think more critically about the context of the picture? You experience a strong emotional response or gut reaction, outrage or extreme validation. You notice words or action inconsistent with what you know of a person or organization. Overall, things seem too good, too bad, or too outlandish to be true. Damn. Sometimes I have one, I have the other, and sometimes I have both. Because, sometimes you look at a picture, you're like, what the hell is this? And then you laugh, and you're like, nah, man, this ain't real. This can't be real. You know what I mean?
I went with B.
You know what
Actually
B?
thinking these things, you should take a closer look. Creators of manipulative deepfakes and other media often try to trigger people to think with their heart instead of
Yeah, it's kind of an overall thing. Yeah,
one of the best things to do. Go ahead, Mr. B.
Yeah, it's monitor how you're responding emotionally to a video or photo And if you have a strong response, ask yourself why the creator of that media might want you to feel that way. That's very true. That's how a lot of things have happened nowadays. Don't you see sometimes they post things or
Yes.
they or people put news articles and people
Yes.
get upset, and then when they find out the truth, then they're like, oh my God, you know what I mean? So in a way it's kind of a mix of, you gotta think, but sometimes like the response, you gotta, when people get emotional, that's when you're blind. You're officially blind because you get emotional to it. You don't want to hear nothing. It just got you in your feelings, and that's it. You're just gonna respond emotionally. That's it. It's over. Nobody's gonna tell you nothing. You're not even
When
gonna
you
try to
come
sit back and listen.
when you come across, so what can you do when you come across a potential deep fake? And the first thing you should do is stop and think. What are the potential next steps you should take? Shrug and accept you're helpless and can't trust anything anymore, Brian. Share on social media anyway? No. Compare the media to other reports. Share on social media stating that it's a fake. Why, if it's a fake, why would you share it on social media?
People do that. You see Twitter.
Oh God.
Exactly. People would take one thing and they run with it. They run blind with it.
Uh,
That's always something, man. I take it and compare it to something, to the media, to other reports. That's what I always do. I do that with
Perfect.
MMA. Yeah, you always do that because that's what you do, and make logic of stuff, not just get upset. There you go.
And
I'm
that's
telling you,
our
deepfakes
take.
are a creepy thing, man. Be
Deepfakes
careful,
are,
everybody.
oh my goodness.